Check it out, friends. Today we have the new Milwaukee M18 Fuel top-handled arborist chainsaw. This was introduced last August at one of their pipeline events. So far it's only been available for pre-order. It might be available actually as of today where it's hit the market and you can order one for yourself. Either way, we're gonna give you a first-hand look and we're gonna test this out. Let's go. All right, so I want to show you on the box real quick. This is the model number 2826-22T. So the cool thing is you can get this in different configurations. So you can get it as a tool only, you can get it with one battery and a charger, or you can get this kit right here, which I'll show you. This has two batteries right here. They recommend high output batteries. So they have the 8 amp hour and the 12 amp hour. And the other cool thing is they include a dual bay rapid charger right here. Milwaukee makes it easy to monitor how much bar and chain oil you have. So you can see this is a translucent tank right there. Don't want to overfill it. And then right here we have onboard tool storage. So you can adjust your chain or take your bar off. So the chain is a little bit snug right now, but I know the very first time you use it, they tend to loosen up pretty fast. So we're just gonna leave it like that for a minute. The battery is fully charged. There's bar and chain oil in there. And now I just need to run this on high speed until I see some bar and chain oil that sprays onto this board right here. All right, so we have a couple safety features. You push that down before pulling the trigger. Then you pull that back right there, the chain brake. All right, you can see that didn't take long. The automatic oiler is definitely working well. And then after we do some cutting, we'll just check the tension on there. All right, I'm happy with that. So this video contains clips from a couple different days. If you see this shirt that I'm wearing, that's in the second day. In the first day, I had a little situation with my GoPro. You can see that back screen's working. The front screen is blank. So I actually had a little situation that cracked and broke that screen. So I'm gonna get a replacement. So stay tuned later in the video, you'll see what happened. All right, let's cut some pieces up. All right, so we're gonna make a fire. This is my solo stove. So this is the middle size, I believe, the Ranger. So this takes smaller size firewood. Let's get a measurement. We're gonna make some firewood for it. Oakley enjoys it. Don't you? Don't you, Oakley? So you can see like 7 to 8 inch chunks is good for this. All right, let's cut some more. And I would say that a battery-powered arborist saw like this works really well when a couple different situations. First of all, when you're running a wood chipper like this, it's nice to have a saw like this. When you're not using it, put the chain brake on and have it off to the side, like over by the tire right there. And then if you're dragging a limb up to it and all of a sudden there's something sticking out of the limb that you need to quick cut, you can just grab that saw and then you have instant power with the battery. You don't have to worry about starting it or leaving the saw running, which you definitely don't want to do with a gas chainsaw. So I encountered another situation where this saw would work really well. I didn't have this at the time when this Norway maple right here blew over and there's limbs everywhere. A saw like this can really go in and slice and dice really fast. There aren't super thick limbs, so this really works well. And it's not too heavy because I had a lot of cuts. And then we went back the next day after we cleared all that off and we rented this lift right here and finished removing the rest of the tree. So you can see there's quite a pile of leaves and limbs that we were able to take care of. And this right here would be my go-to if I had to do it all over again. So I have some projects here in the woods, something that's causing a little bit of an issue against the storage shed. So we have all these small little trees right here that are growing and angling right at it, and they're rubbing against it. So they're also allowing like squirrels and things like that to jump on, which we don't want. So I think right over here is where we're gonna start first. So in here, the next minute or so, you'll notice that I'm having both hands on the saw. I'm able to do this by using a GoPro bite mount. It actually works fairly well. So these curved trees, the way they're bent, I'm not sure if they're under pressure, so when I cut them, if they're gonna snap back towards me or not. That one went well. I'm probably about 15 feet away from the shed there, and I'm just trying to quickly do some cutting, pull them back a little bit, and then I'll probably go back in a couple days and finish the cleanup. Sometimes it's nice once all the leaves die so you can just kind of see through everything a little easier. And I'll bring the saw with me again when I complete the cleanup. But I'm able to quickly go through and just do several cuts, and I'm able to pull all the trees and leaves and limbs off of the roof over there. So this saw, the 14-inch bar, works really well. It's not too heavy. All right, so one thing I noticed after using this for the first time, overnight I didn't notice any bar and chain oil leaking out, which is a definite plus. So the other thing I like about this is this will get up to full speed in 1 second. So check this out. Ready? That's awesome. So if you're using this to quick cut some things, it's just nice to be able to have that power right there when you need it. So here's a quick little comparison. We're going to run each of the two batteries, the 8 and the 12, so that way you can see how fast it cuts. So the question is, will the 12 be a noticeable difference over the 8? We're going to start with the 8. And both batteries are fully charged, and I'm going to try to maintain the same amount of pressure, mostly letting the saw do the work. Okay, let's try the 12. Here we go. So it seems to me to be similar performance-wise. The one thing I notice is when I'm holding on one hand right here, I can feel that extra, it's probably close to 2 pounds that's pushing down. It's still decent balance with the 12, but if I had to say which one I prefer better for balance, I'm probably gonna go with the 8. Yeah, let's try it with the 8 here. Yeah, the 8, yeah, that definitely fits nice. Here's a test that we're going to do. I have several limbs this size right here. These are approximately 4 inches in diameter, and we're going to run the 8 amp hour battery. We're going to do the 100 cut test. So we're going to see in this weather right now, it's probably about 83, 84 degrees. If the saw overheats, doing 100 like rapid cuts, and then we're going to see how much battery life is left. So I only made a couple cuts in this right here, and that battery is fresh. So we'll see how that goes. So I think the battery overheated, so it's blinking. So I was going really hard. I didn't stop. We'll give this battery a little bit to cool down. We'll come back. I just had dinner for probably about 25 minutes. So hopefully this is cool enough. Yep, we got 3 bars. The battery is still kind of warm to the touch. So if I wanted to finish up the 100 cut test with the kit, I could have grabbed the 12 amp hour battery, but I want to see how this does with the 8 amp hour battery. Okay, so let's go. There we go, 100 cuts. And let's see what we have. Down to 1 bar. What do you think about the saw, Oakley? Do you approve? Okay, how about we check out some of the performance specs on the box right here. Okay, the RPM 7700, bar length 14 inches, but you can get it in a 12. The chain gauge 0.043, The chain pitch is 0.325, a low profile. It has a variable speed trigger. And then if you have the 8 amp hour high output battery, the length is 26 inches and the weight is 10.9 pounds. If you have the 12 amp hour high output battery, the length is 26.7 inches and 12.1 pounds. So then when it comes to the runtime, if you have an 8 amp hour battery and you're cutting 4x4 cedar, you can get 150 cuts. So there's several things to consider if you're switching over to a battery powered chainsaw. So first of all, you have no emissions. There's no need to do a pull start. There's low noise and there's no engine maintenance. And then there's no fuel to mix with gas and oil. So take a look at this graph right here. This is faster than a 35cc chainsaw. And this is the time for cutting hardwood. You can just see the Milwaukee, it's much faster, shorter time than a leading 35cc gas competitor. And as I'm testing this, you'll see that this definitely has the power to cut hardwoods. And then when it comes to the warranty, 3 years on the tool, 3 years on the battery. That's impressive. We're gonna do a little bit of splitting. This is by Helco right here. It's a German axe. It has a design that I think will help split it kind of fast. So we're gonna wanna split these pieces right here before we put them in the solo stove. Oakley, what do you think? All right, he's just gonna chill. All right, so here's what I noticed. When I'm running a chainsaw like this, I'm usually doing a cut here, a cut there, and then moving some branches out of the way. So you're not doing that rapid 100 cuts like all at once, just nonstop. But anyways, that's just a good opportunity to see how this works when it's put to the test in 85-degree weather. So I'm sure in the middle of winter when it's cooler out, it would be a little bit different. So if you enjoy this video and you want to see some other Milwaukee tool videos like this, I have a short playlist over here that you can check out. If you'd like to see some more content on this saw, maybe another test, let me know. I'll put together some YouTube shorts for you guys. So thanks for watching. See you next time.